So yeah, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and we are live and let's see. So okay, yeah, we are live and I cannot believe we are actually here for the sprint race at Miami. Like genuinely sprint race, Miami, sunshine, palm trees, and the whole vibe is just immaculate today. And I'm so ready for this. First thing first, if you are new here, welcome. Drop a hello in the chat right now. Tell me where you are watching from. I want to know. And if you have been here yesterday, sprint qualifying, you are absolute legend. Now, before we get into it real quick, smash that like button. I know everyone says it. I know it's a cliche, but genuinely it helps the stream get pushed out to more people, and I want as many people watching this with us as possible. So do me that favor, like the stream, and if you are not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button right now. Okay, so sprint race, 19 laps, 100 kilometers, flat out, no strategy, no pit stops, no messing around. This is the most pure raw format in Formula One right now, and Miami is absolutely the perfect place for it. We saw in sprint qualifying yesterday that Norris is P1, Antonelli is P2, and Oscar is P3, and Max Verstappen is on P5 and absolutely nailed it. And I've been thinking about this race all night, like genuinely couldn't sleep well. Yeah, the track position here is everything. Overtaking is possible, but it's not easy. So whoever gets a clean start and nails turn one is in a massive position. So the timings are coming up. All the drivers are ready, and chat. I want your predictions right now. Who wins the sprint? Drop it below. I'll pin the top prediction at the end, and if they get it right, me personally, I'm going with Max Verstappen in podium. I'll stand by that committed. Alright, the formation lap is about to get underway and cars are lining up on the grid. Miami is cooking. Literally, it is about 30 degrees out there today, and which is 31 degrees Celsius out there today, which is whole other story for the tires and the drivers. We are almost ready to go racing. This is what we do, people. Let's get it. Let's go, Miami. And here we go. Every driver is racing up, and all the drivers are lined up on the grid. On the grid, what is up with this track map? It's still not updated, but yeah, we'll in the meantime we will be. I think it should be corrected. Let's see. Yeah, so Norris, yeah, formation lab is underway. And let me see track map, open the track map again. And still the track map updates are not coming up yet, but it should be coming in short time. And here we go, green lights, formation lab. And starting in P1, Lando Norris, P2, Kimi Antonelli, and P3, Oscar Piastri, and Leclerc, P4, Verstappen, P5, P6, Russell, P7, Hamilton. All the drivers are forming up in the line, and they are in the sector 1 of the racetrack, Miami. And looking, and one more update, Hulkenberg, he couldn't be able to start the sprint because his car has been having an issue with some flames coming out of the car. and he couldn't be joining the sprint race today. So let's hope we will be able to see any things, any interesting updates on him before the qualifying for the race tomorrow. So yeah, as you know, drivers championship, Antonelli, he is on the uh, first position at the moment, and with 72 points, and Russell with behind him, behind the Antonelli. And let's see, all the drivers are lining up, and everybody is looking good, and there are some regulation changes as well ahead of this Miami weekend. So the as you all know that uh, earlier at the race start, some drivers used to be very slow and other drivers used to be very fast. Because of that, these regulation changes helps currently, and the electric motor kicks on right after their start, and they will be straight out after the uh, sprint start. And as you, remember the new regulations this weekend. The in UK minimum acceleration rule is being trailed today. So if someone gets a slow getaway, the electric motor automatically picks them up. We could see some very different looking starts compared to what we have been used to. So that's going to be a very good start for the drivers at least. And at the bottom of so Lindblad is starting from the pit, and all the drivers has lined up currently, and finally the Stroll joined the grid, and all the drivers are, and the green lights away, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lights out. Here we go. Lando Norris got a good start, and Leclerc moved to P3. And I'm not sure what happened with Verstappen. He just couldn't get that good start at all. And Antonelli moved to P4. Norris, Piastri was P1, and P2 got a good start by Piastri, and Leclerc moved to P3 from P4, one position ahead. That's a good for Leclerc. At least he got one position. Where is Hamilton? And Hamilton is currently at P7, where Verstappen was able to find his place and got to P6 with one position down. Russell got one position up with P5, Antonelli P4, Leclerc P3, and that's looking good at the end of this turn 16, and Norris is ahead. Piastri followed by Leclerc, Antonelli, Russell, and Verstappen, Hamilton, Gasly. But Verstappen lost a position. P6. Will he be able to get a position back from the Russell? Let's see. That's going to be very tough at this Miami Grand Prix. But Max Verstappen didn't do anything. If he will be able to, let's see. So lap one has finished, and looking at the lap times, and Norris is ahead of everybody, and Piastri is he is behind Norris by 1 second. And oh, so Hamilton got a position back, and let's see what happened. How did he get that position back from Verstappen? Verstappen lost two positions. Hamilton gained one, Russell gained one, Antonelli lost two positions, and that doesn't look good for Mercedes. They are on the fourth and fifth at the moment, and that's very good news for the McLaren, who are on P1 and P2 currently. And P1 and P2, Leclerc P3, Antonelli P4, Russell P5, and Hamilton P7, Verstappen down two positions and got six positions, and he was on P7. So let's see if Gasly gained two position, Hazard to P11, lost two position, Bortoleto gained one position, Colapinto lost one position, and looks like they are all on the straights. Norris is way ahead. Gasly is catching up on Verstappen. Verstappen couldn't do good, doesn't look good to Verstappen. And Antonelli here. Leclerc is right behind Piastri with interval of 0.5, 0.7 he will be, and yeah, now it's 1 second behind Piastri. Verstappen, will he be able to make a move on Hamilton? Let's see, he is 0.6 seconds behind, no, 0.5 seconds behind Hamilton. Hamilton is 0.5 seconds behind Russell, and Verstappen is P7 at the moment with two positions down, and this is the two laps has been completed at the moment, and we will have to wait and see how this whole sprint goes. Will there be any, all the drivers are on the mediums and Alonso and Stroll are on soft tires. We should be seeing the any any improvements to any of the drivers and any uh, strategies being used. I don't think any tire changes or anything that will be happening at this moment. But yeah, if there is a crash or anything like that, that will make the teams choose or make changes to their tires. We'll have to see. But Verstappen is 0.6, 0.8, 0.9, and Hamilton is closing. He got the best sector three times with 25.4 seconds. Verstappen is 25.6 seconds, which is 200 of the gap, which was built by Hamilton. He is looking good, gain one position. Will he be able to make more on the Russell? We'll have to see. Russell is behind Antonelli by 0.6 seconds. Antonelli is behind Leclerc with 0.9 seconds. Leclerc is 1.6 seconds behind Piastri, and Piastri is 1.3 seconds behind Norris. Looks like McLaren are on the top at the moment, and they are very in the safe space unless something goes wrong with their cars or the drivers makes any mistakes. But so far looking good at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. So the drivers are, we are on the fourth lap, and Hajar, he is 0.5 seconds, 0.4 seconds behind Bortoleto. We'll have to see. And we are moving on to the lap 5, which is of 19 laps of the sprint race today, 100 kilometers. And Norris is on top. His best lap is 1 minute 32 seconds and 183, and are we seeing the, no, I don't think we are seeing that, but yeah, we'll see. And Yeah, Gasly is behind Verstappen by 3 seconds. Verstappen lost two position. Hajar at least gained one position and overtook the. Let's see what happened with the Max Verstappen. So he didn't get a very good start, and Hamilton and Russell were able to. Yeah, it was very close, and then he got the position. So looking at the Lewis Hamilton's view, where Lewis was outside of Verstappen at the turn one, and Russell passed the Verstappen on the inside, and that's how the overtakes has begun. And this is the sixth lap. Just started the sixth lap of 19 laps, and the top driver gets the 8 points, and the eighth driver gets the 1 point of the sprint race, followed by all the drivers getting one lesser point than their head driver until eighth place. So Verstappen will be, he is currently at P7. We'll have to see if he will be able to make any moves and pass the Hamilton or gain any positions on Hamilton or Russell. But it looks like the sprint race is going to be straightforward, and they are really close. Like the Verstappen to the leader, he is 6 seconds behind. That's a bit. Oh, as the six laps went, I can't really brake. The rear axles is jumping up and down, complaining by the Verstappen. GP said, understood, thank you. And that's the race. That's the sprint race, and Verstappen is complaining again. And he's complaining he couldn't brake again. Arvid Lindblad, what happened to him? He is out of the out, and he retired the car. And Hulkenberg and Lindblad retired the car, and Alonso and Troll on 19 and 20 position with Saints in the Alpine 14 and 5th, Bierman and Ocon 12 and 13. Gasly and Colapinto looking good. 8th and 9th, Hajar last one position and moved to 10th. Verstappen down two positions and Gasly gained two positions. And let's see. Yeah, Hamilton did doing really good on the sector 3, and his times are pretty good, but Verstappen is gaining some time, and on the sector 1's and 32.0 is Verstappen and 32.3 is Hamilton's sector 1 times. Let's see in the sector 2 if Verstappen will be able to gain any time, and looks like Verstappen is in green. I don't know. Let's see if he will be able to gain some time in this time. And Verstappen is 35.0 and Hamilton is 34.9. And just Lando Norris did his best lap on his last lap, which is 1 minute and 31 seconds and 9:28. That's the best lap so far. And Piastri followed by Leclerc, Russell, Antonelli, Hamilton, and Verstappen. Verstappen is 0.9 seconds behind. Hamilton will have to see if he will overtake Hamilton. It's very close at the time, and Hamilton is right behind Antonelli and Russell. Oh, so Russell overtook Antonelli. So Russell gained two positions, and Antonelli dropped to three positions, and he didn't get off to a good start. And this is a short race with 19 laps, so the track position is the most important thing at the moment. And Verstappen is right behind Hamilton. Will have to see if will there be any excitement, and will he be able to make any move right behind Hamilton. 0.2 seconds, 0.3 seconds, and Verstappen has gained the position. That's a great move by Verstappen, but both the drivers are moved and got out of the track. Let's see the drivers complain and see if they will swap the positions or not. But yeah, Verstappen is looking good at the moment, and he was. Hamilton is complaining, Max overtook me going off the track. But yeah, we'll have to see how the things going to be pan out at the moment. And, and they are close. And again, Hamilton is give the place back the radio to Verstappen, and Verstappen gave the race lead back to Hamilton. We'll have to see. That was a great overtake, but going off the track, that's the thing that caused them. That's caused the Max to give the place back to Hamilton. And Verstappen and Hamilton are really close, and will this we are on the ninth lap, and we be able to see any swaps in the overtakes in the race. We'll have to get to see that. And Max Verstappen is at the uh, which is very close, who is 0.4 seconds behind Hamilton. Will there be any overtakes? Is 0.7 seconds currently. Uh, Currently, Antonelli, who is doing good, he just overtook his teammate George Russell, and it's looking good for Antonelli at least. So the gap between Antonelli and Russell is behind Antonelli by 0.8 seconds. That's a good news. And Max Verstappen overtook Hamilton and gained just lost one position from the start of the race. Verstappen is 3 seconds behind Russell, who lost the time because of the fight between Hamilton and Verstappen. Max Verstappen is 3 seconds behind Russell. Will he be able to cope up to that in these 9 laps remaining in the sprint race? We'll have to see. That's look like a bigger challenge at the moment to the Verstappen, but we cannot take away the Verstappen in the racing, and the gap between Verstappen and Russ Hamilton is 0.9 seconds. 9 seconds, and Verstappen is flying, and he is 31.7, who gained 400th of a second in the 400th of a second in the sector 1. Let's see, sector 2 times are coming up in the sector 2. Who did good? What's sector 2 times of Max Russell is 34.7 and Max is 35.1. So he lost some time there and he gained some time in sector 1. Sector 3 becomes crucial to the Max, and right behind him Hamilton is chasing Max again, and we'll have to see if Hamilton gets a chance to overtake Max Verstappen. That's a good battle between Max and Hamilton. And Russell and Antonelli are very close by, and they are fighting each other. And Piastri is doing again the greatest. Yeah, the best lap again in his last lap, which is 1 minute 31 seconds and 885. He is doing good. Lando Norris, McLarens are doing good. Lando Norris is way ahead behind Piastri, who is 2 seconds behind Norris, and Leclerc is 1 second behind Piastri. We'll have to see if Leclerc will be able to get to the Piastri and overtake him. It's the time is reducing. It's 1.2 seconds and 0.8 seconds. Hamilton is behind Verstappen. That's a great battle between Verstappen and Hamilton, and Verstappen is 3.5 seconds behind Russell. That's going to be a huge challenge for Verstappen. But Russell and Antonelli are very close. Russell is 1.4 seconds behind Antonelli. lost 2 positions from the start of the race, and Gasly and Colapinto maintaining 8, 9, and Hajar at the 10th. Hajar is 1.3 seconds behind Colapinto. And then comes Portletto, Bierman, and Ocon from the Haas, and Sainz and Albans from the William, and Lawson from Racing Bulls. Yeah, and Perez, Stroll, Alonso, and Bottas, and Hulkenberg and Lindbergh are retired. And Hamilton is 1.5 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen is 3.2 seconds behind Russell. And the gap between Hamilton and Verstappen is increased to 1.5 seconds. Verstappen is doing good in his first sectors and gained 400ths of a second, but not great in the second sectors. We'll have to see the sector 2 times. Will that make any difference to the Verstappen and gain some time? And Verstappen is 12 seconds behind the leader, Lando Norris, who has great lap times coming with 1.1 minute and 31 seconds, and I can see only after Lando Norris in 1 and 31 is Leclerc. So Verstappen's best lap time is 1 minute 32, and looks like Verstappen got to got the best out of sector 2 as well, and I think sector 3 Max will get good time and he will reduce the gap by a bit from the Russell 25.5. Yeah, so Max is 2.9 seconds, but 6 laps remaining. That's going to be a challenge for Max unless Russell makes any mistake. And Russell is 2 seconds behind Antonelli, 1.9, and 2 seconds behind Antonelli. So that might cost him some time while chasing the Antonelli, but Verstappen will have to see 2.8 seconds behind Russell, gaining some time, 2.7. And will he finish off in the starting position where he started? That's a question for Verstappen, who lost 2 positions at the start of the race and couldn't get off to the great start. Hamilton is chasing Max and 1.8 seconds behind Verstappen, but looks like Leclerc is 1 second behind Piastri, and I can see both cars fighting. And yeah, so looking good at the moment for the drivers and everybody. And we'll see, it's 12:24, 13 laps, and starting of the 14th lap. Lando Norris is in the leader and in the P1, and Piastri P2, who is 3.1 seconds, and Leclerc is 0.8 seconds behind Piastri. We'll have to see if he will be able to take the place from the Piastri and move back to P2. And Leclerc, who gained a position, and Piastri, who gained a position, and nearly dropped 2 positions, and Russell and 2. And Verstappen is 2.7 seconds behind Russell. That's looking like a bit of a gap. And Hamilton is 1.8 seconds behind Verstappen. 19 laps, sprint race, 100 kilometers. So this is a good sprint race for considering after the new regulation changes, and Max is a bit happy, but he still complained about brakes and something all over the place, and looks like Albon has changed the front wing and he's in pit. Looks like teams are testing at this sprint race for the Miami Grand Prix race. Albon stop time is 20 seconds, and I'm not sure what's the times of average pit stop times in Miami, but I'll find out those average pit stop times and I'll give you those average pit stop times in the next live video which we'll be posting. tomorrow for the sprint, not the sprint race, but the actual race, Miami Grand Prix, which will be starting at 2:30 p.m. the Eastern Standard Time. Verstappen is 2.4 seconds behind Russell at the moment. We are currently in the 15th position, and Isaac Hajar is right behind Colapinto. He is 0.3 seconds, and let's see if Hajar will be able to make a move and overtake the Colapinto. 0.4 seconds, and it's 15th lap of 19 laps in the Miami sprint race. And the sector times are coming up 32.5 and 32.8 by Colapinto and Hajar respectively, and Verstappen is in the green lap with 1 minute 32. His best lap, last lap, 1 minute 32 and 319. Let's see, 2.8 seconds behind Russell, and the gap is still increasing. And Russell and Antonelli is 2.6 and 4 seconds. Leclerc is 0.5 seconds behind Piastri. Let's see, Charles Leclerc is on the straight from it's Leclerc, yeah, on Piastri, right behind Piastri with 0.8 seconds. We'll see the second one times are coming up almost. Yeah, sector one times coming up, and PSC finished in 3.31.5 and Leclerc in 31.9 and 400 seconds. Let's see what happens in the sector two. If Leclerc finds some space, finds some time, Hajar on behind Colapinto, and that looks like 0.6 seconds. And Verstappen is 2.5 seconds behind Russell. Still 3 laps to go. I don't think that's a possibility for Verstappen to overtake Russell, but at least he gained position from Hamilton. And that doesn't look good for the Ferrari. And Verstappen at least able to uh, be ahead of Alpine and Antonelli and Russell and Leclerc. The gap has been increased 1.2 seconds. I don't think there is a chance for Leclerc to overtake Piastri in the last 2 laps, but we'll have to find out. Hajar is 0.5 seconds behind Colapinto in the last 2 laps. We'll have to see if he will be able to make a move on the Colapinto and get ahead of Colapinto. Like that's the update at the moment. I don't see in the last 2 laps there will be any big overtakes coming up. Perez, please. Oh, so Bortletto and Albon, as he did the pit stop, he moved to 20th position, and everybody moved up since in the 14th position at the moment. And Hajar overtook the Colapinto. That's great for Hajar. He didn't lose any positions at the moment from the start of the race, and he didn't gain any position. And Verstappen is 2.2 seconds behind Russell, and Leclerc is 1 second behind Piastri, and 2 more laps to go. And Norris is the race leader at the moment, and he has the best lap times with 1 minute 31 seconds and 885. I think he did 1 minute 31 seconds in his multiple laps the moment, and the best lap for Piastri is just 1 minute 32 and 079, which is his last lap, and 2 more laps and to go. And Colapinto is right behind Hajar, who is 0.5 seconds behind Hajar. So we'll have to see if Colapinto will be able to make more, and the speed time coming up 16, 17 laps. So whole Hajar is with his medium tire with 23 laps old, and everybody started on the new sets of tires, new medium sets of tires, and Verstappen is 1.1 second behind Russell. What is going on? So that's a good news for Verstappen, but there is still 2 laps to go. I mean, actually, it's just 1 lap to go. Verstappen is closing on the Russell. He is just 0.9 seconds behind Russell. It's a great news for Verstappen. Will he be able to make a move? There are 2 laps to go, and Russell will be on his toes at the moment. And Verstappen wants to gain that position back from the Russell again. At least that's looking good. But the long straights are coming up. Verstappen, Russell, who's Max is 335. The top speed 338, 339. Will he be able to make a move? Oh God. So Max, no. He couldn't. He couldn't get past to the West Russell in the. And now entering into the last final lap, Verstappen, who is in his best lap time, 1 minute 32 seconds and 200th of a second. Max, will he be able to make a move on Russell in his final lap? But his gap between Russell has increased to 1 minute, and we'll have to see. Okay, Russell is on his toes and he's doing good in the sector one. And yeah, Max gained some time on his final sector. He is, yeah, so looks good for the Max. He's just 200 of a second and 1.05 seconds, 0.9 seconds behind Russell. And Colapinto is 1 second. So only chance is for the Verstappen, who can do anything at the moment. So he is right behind Russell, who is on chasing mode and hunting mode, what we usually call on the Russell. He wants to get his position back, Verstappen. So let's see. Verstappen will able to move. I'm not sure. So the speeds are coming up 325, 330, 344, 346 by 348, 348, 348 max. So not good. He couldn't able to make a move on the Russell. Still, he couldn't get past Russell at the moment. But he is very close, 0.5, 0.3 seconds, and side by side to Russell, and the checker flag is completed. Lando Norris at the P1 and Piastri P2, Leclerc P3, and Antonelli P4, and Russell P5, Verstappen P6, Hamilton P7, Gasly P8, Hajar P9, Colapinto P10, and Bortoleto BMN, Ocon, BMN, Sainz, Lawson, Perez, Alonso, Stroll, Bottas, and Albon. So almost the final, all the drivers are about to finish the checkered flag. So just Ocon, BMN, Sainz, Lawson finished, and Perez, Alonso overtook Perez. That's Alonso gained 4 positions, and Perez, who started on 17 and on 17 at the moment, and we will discuss all the drivers' positions, if they gained, if they lost any positions, and Bottas is at the bottom of the grid at the moment. All the drivers has completed the checkered flag, and good news for McLaren. They were able to uh, gain the positions, and they were able to make good changes to their car, and they were able to come on top in the Miami sprint race. And the congratulations to the Miami McLarens in the Miami sprint race. That gives a lot of confidence to the McLaren team to go into the race tomorrow and the qualifying today evening. So as Lando Norris started on position 1, he still remains on the position 1, and Piastri, who is started on P3, gained 1 position and finished on P2, and Leclerc started on P4 and gained 1 position and at P3. Antonelli, who started on P2 and dropped 2 positions and finished on P4, and Russell gained one position, P5. Verstappen lost one position from P5 to P6, and Hamilton, who started on P7, still remains and finished with P7. Gasly gained two positions, starting on 10th, and gained positions on Colapinto, and yeah, gained two positions. Hajar didn't lose a position and didn't gain a position, and Colapinto lost two positions, started on 8th, and Bortoleto didn't lose or gain a position. Ocon gained four positions and on 12, and Beerman didn't lose or gain three positions, and he's on 13. Saints no loss, no gain. Lawson no loss, no gain. Alonso gained four positions, and Stroll gained three positions. Perez doesn't lose a position or gain a position, and Albon lost one position. Oh, so Albon started on 18 and lost one position. Bottas on starting from 29. He won the great race, sprint race. All the drivers are on the grid starting, and Lando Norris, he finished on top, and he's the number one at the moment. He did great laps throughout the sprint race and many best laps. He chased his best laps one after another, and that's a great news for McLaren and little bit of good signs to Red Bull as well. I think he's the Max Verstappen is the one who uh, gained most positions on this whole 2026 Driver Championship Formula One. So that's the update I have got for this sprint race. Thanks for joining the uh, watch along of the Miami sprint race. I'll be hosting all the F1 content and F1 live watch alongs of the races. Please do come join and like and subscribe to the channel. That will boost the stream a bit more, and that way so that I can be able to do some great content, and that gives a good motivation for me to work hard and provide some good entertainment on the channel. And thank you all for joining, and thank you. And I'm in the stream now.